We're speaking with Francesco Scardoni, the boss of Asia for Lamborghini. And India holds a special place in Lamborghini's portfolio as of today. The Urus has done really well and the market seems to be expanding. Let's talk to him about it. Tell us, what makes Lamborghini so successful in our market?
Well, first of all, welcome in Lamborghini.
Thank you.
Well, the success of Lamborghini brand here in India is basically based on three main pillars. First of all, of course, our product, the super SUV, Urus, but also our super sport cars, which, thanks to our design, are really delighting our Indian customers. Secondly, of course, the marketing strategy. So let's say the top range of our luxury marketing activities that we have. And the third pillar, of course, our partners. Without a strong partner like the one we have here in Mumbai, wouldn't be possible to reach this kind of level of results. So we are pretty happy with the results of Lamborghini in India. So we have to thank, again, our local partner here for supporting us so good.
And when you speak about numbers, can you give us some details? How well have you done?
We can give you some details. 2022 has just been closed, and for Asia Pacific is the region that grew the most over 2021, so 14% growth. And actually India is one of the countries that grew the most within Asia Pacific, with a double-digit growth, more than 30%. So it's an amazing result. And what is important to say is that also the split in between super sport cars and SUV. We are, a super sport car company.
Absolutely.
The Urus is the first super sport car with the comfort of an SUV. And when I say comfort, is the number of seats, because
Right.
you can host 5 people with the Urus,
Exactly.
not only 2 like super sport cars. So the ratio between super SUV Urus and super sport cars is pretty balanced, 60% Urus and 40% super sport cars.
Wow, that's a healthy number.
Absolutely.
And that means that people in India are pretty confident about driving their super sports cars, even on our road. But you have a very unique and apt product for markets like Asia, where some of the roads are not in perfect condition and customers are a little reticent at times. Of course, I'm talking about the Sterato. And we'll be seeing that later in India. But can you tell me something about the pull for that car from our market? Is there a lot of pull, a lot of demand?
Well, we are collecting orders for the Sterato worldwide and also from India. The car will be a limited production. So we will allocate cars according to the order bank that each country will have. But what we are witnessing is that India has a pretty high interest in this car. I think for 2 main reasons. The first one, of course, is what you said. The road conditions
Yes.
sometimes cannot be perfect. To use a super sport car here.
Right.
Even if what I can see is that the government is putting a lot of effort to create a new, roads and
Yes.
new, expressways all over. So I think in the future we can see even more, super sport cars driving here in India. But the Sterato, again, road condition, but also because it's a product that is not existing. Lamborghini, basically since the foundation, is a company that always made a revolution into the automotive world.
Yes.
It's written in our DNA to, again, break the rules and create something new, something not existing.
Absolutely.
We did it in the 66 with the Miura, the first super sport car as we define it today. You can think about the Countach or the Aventador, the first super sport car with hypercar technology. The Urus, we open really new road. I mean, this is the first super sport car that drives like an SUV or vice versa. So we always created new path, new roads, new possibility for our customers, our fans, and the Sterato is one of them. So it's a new car, it's a car that didn't exist before in the automotive world, and of course it's also a car new to us. It's hard to predict,
Exactly.
I mean, we know that soon will be sold out because again, we have a lot of order already collected with this car, and it will be then time to deliver.
Yeah. Now, looking at that setup and the suspension and the way you've tuned the four-wheel drive and you made it so driftable and stuff
Right.
like that, any chance of that filtering down to the other sports cars like the Huracan and your next V12 car? Because that kind of setup, if it's part of the range, your customer can choose one of them, like a Performante or...
For now, we will focus only on the Sterrato, to having one car that will meet that mission.
Okay.
So the kind of higher ground clearance, more driftability, and so on and so on. Like again, an off-road super sport car will be only
Only the
reserved
Sterrato.
for, yes. For now, we're focusing only on this.
Okay, and you're going into the future. It's a future that companies like Lamborghini find it difficult to get into because you have big V12s and big V10s. You have naturally aspirated engines still today, and luckily no turbos yet, but you have the option of electrification. So how is that journey going? Are you all happy with the progress? When do we see the first final car?
Right.
And I'm assuming the Countach is not the finals. There's another solution.
Right. So the world is changing, and it's pretty, let's say, a flip 180, really a big change. We have to face this change, but as usual, we do it in our own way. Our electrification path that was announced with the Direzione Cortauri, so the direction to the future of electrification for Lamborghini, is still on track. And this path, basically, this strategy was designed over the 3 steps. The first one was what we just closed last year, that was the celebration of internal combustion engine. This year, 2023, we start the phase 2 of our electrification path, which is the hybridization. So we will introduce the first hybrid Lamborghini that will be the Aventador successor. So the Aventador successor will be still a V12, naturally aspirated, because the V12 is what define Lamborghini as a brand.
Exactly.
And the V12 is the most iconic engine. Is the engine that in the automotive world is considered to be the most smooth engine, but at the same time the most powerful and overwhelming in terms of emotion to drive. So we wanted to keep the V12 alive. Not many manufacturers are doing it, but we are proudly one of them. And we will hybridize the V12 with a solution that I cannot disclose, but soon will be released in March, which is as usual Lamborghini only solution.
Okay, so by that you mean the performance and the cleaner emissions both at the same time?
Basically, correct. We add things.
Okay.
The way we do in Lamborghini is that we don't find compromises, but for this case, but we added value to the car.
Understood.
By using the electrification, so the hybridization part, and then also using our heritage, which is the V12 and the lightweight design. And we are online with the introduction of and the launch of the new Aventador that will be in Q1 March 2023. And then 2024 will follow also the hybridization of the Huracan and the Urus. So by 2025, all of our product line will be hybridized. In order to do that, Lamborghini released the largest investment ever done in the history of the company, self-funded, 1.8 billion euro, that will bring the company to reach a quite challenging target of 50% CO2 reduction. So this will be really a clear commitment to our stakeholders, our fans, our customers, because as of today, what we see is that our customers are looking for more sustainable products.
Exactly. They want to feel good about themselves driving your cars.
Correct. So it's a journey that Lamborghini started many years ago when we also been CO2 neutral in our plant, but now it's a matter of our fleet to be again 50% CO2 reduction in terms of emission.
Let's talk about pure electric. I know it's a difficult step.
This will be the third phase. Okay,
Right.
The third phase will see the introduction of the first pure electric Lamborghini, 2028. That will be a 2+2. Okay, the body type is not yet defined. It will be a 2+2. that will be the first pure electric Lamborghini. And of course, this is the most challenging
Yes.
product.
Correct.
And the reason why we pushed it to 2028 is because every day more is one day more of research and development, and also understanding the needs of our customers. You know, it's important that Lamborghini will release the first pure electric Lamborghini where if you will sit blindfolded in the car, you will recognize, correct. Not only as a crankshaft, as a design, but also as emotion. You know, it's important that our cars, our future electric car will drive as a Lamborghini, will perform as a Lamborghini, will feel as a Lamborghini, but
And the sound.
Sound is a big is a big question mark.
Exactly.
We are still
I think
investing.
you're working on that, right?
Correct.
Different solutions.
Correct. There are different solutions.
Yes.
Creating a fake sound, creating a sound which is more related to an electric car,
system. Yes.
electric system. So there are different solutions in place, not yet defined which is the best one. We are again working a lot with our customers, because at the end, you know, we need to make sure that they're happy and they still dream about Lamborghini. So it's really important that we define the right product that will be a game changer for Lamborghini.
Coming to your brand, now it's a seriously powerful brand, even in a country like India. What are your go-to things to say, let's take the brand up a step? What is it that you guys focus on when you all sit internally, when you sit in your meeting? What is it that, the one thing that you say that we must do this?
We must let our customer dream about Lamborghini even when they're not sitting in a car. So we are creating a lifestyle around the brand, a family feeling around the brand. We are creating and we are letting our customers feel like brand ambassadors. So we want them to be our brand ambassador. We want them to be so proud of being part of Lamborghini and driving a Lamborghini, that, you know, they will be our, again, ambassador, and, you know.
Yes, do your hard work for you.
Yes.
Okay, last question for today. Urus Performante, your performance SUV going more towards the core of your brand, performance. How is it done both globally and in India? Is it the reaction you expected?
The reaction was even better than what we expected. And this because, you know, the Performante, okay, design-wise, of course, looks more, you know, like a race car, but also from a driving point of view, it drives like a super sport car. Not only performance, because also the Urus S has the performance of a super sport car, but the most is the fun to drive. So we brought the fun to drive of a super sport car into the Urus Performante. Thanks to different suspension setup, electronic setup, a chassis which is lower and wider, so the car rolls and pitches less, so it's much more rigid and easy to drift, to drive, to have fun with. And also with a different interior, which is more like feeling like a pilot, like a super sport car is. So result is amazing. The success is, you know, worldwide.
Where do you think it will stand percentage-wise? You know, looking a year into the future.
Percentage-wise, in between Urus S and Performante, roughly is 40%. Wow. Almost 50% Performante, and the rest is S.
So that's a big success.
Absolutely.
And it's a clear indication from your customer that yes, we like this direction.
Absolutely.
All right, it's been an absolute pleasure, and
thank you so much for
great talking to you about your fantastic brand.
Thank you so much.